Okay, hello everyone. I am just going to make sure that this is working because it's been a while. All right. So I had meant to put out the announcement for this yesterday and I forgot. But every Tuesday, I had talked about this, probably a few months ago. Things have just been a little too crazy, but yeah, every Tuesday I was going to do a community type stream event. So how it'll work is every week there will be a different theme or type of project. I'm going to try and change it up so it's not the same thing every week. This week is just diamond painting. So anyone who has a channel, you can actually join the stream with me through my StreamYard and work on your diamond painting along with me, or you can just hang out in the chat. But yeah, that's how these will be on every Tuesday. So let's see. The Hectic Hobbyist. I love your name. I do. Hi, Emily and Rainbow Kitten, also known as Danielle. Hi, Brooke. And Michaela, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. So yeah, I'm just going to be working on my diamond painting. It's a great way to hang out in the evening and just work on the project of the week, I guess, or the theme of the week. So I'm actually working on, hi, Lori, and Maine. Ooh, I have always wanted to go to Maine. Believe it or not, fun fact. Let me unplug this so it's not in the way. Okay. So this is the diamond painting I'm working on. I've actually been working on this since December. So maybe one day I'll finish it. I'm actually almost done. So this is called The Green Fairy. It's a Mystic Art Mirrors. I got it from Diamond Art Club. Basically, everything is done up top. So I'll show you what I've got done all the way down to where I'm working on today. But it's a really pretty one. Hi, Bee. Lurk away. That's what, this is just to hang out. But yeah, we've got some little AB diamonds through her dress, a few sparklies in her eyes. You won't be able to see them on camera right now, and then they're also in her wings. Now the rendering, I'm kind of iffy on. The face is okay, but I swear Diamond Art Club doesn't, they're kind of hit or miss with the face renderings, but I have got quite a bit done, and I'm getting to the part that I'm actually the most excited about, which is, let me just scooch this down as we keep going. So I'm down here right now, but she's sitting on a stack of books, and I'm like, I want to finish this. So I really don't have much left, as you can see. I've just got this much, but it takes me a while. This I will not do or finish tonight. So it's just the reality of diamond painting. But I am going to get some of my colors out. Actually, I'm up here right now finishing these. Let me just get this. I have some natural daylight still right now, so I'm going to hold on to that. But we shall see how long it lasts, at least because this is just kind of a hangout and I'm not teaching y'all anything. I can turn on my overhead lights and not blind anyone. But let me get some wax on my pen. All right. The puppies are doing okay. Indy is totally fine. Harper is still recovering with a broken leg, so that's kind of the bummer of that one, but it is what it is. We're kind of so every Thursday we have to take her to the vet, which I just absolutely love, and so does my bank account, but they have to check her splint and make sure, it's all, I don't know, still attached. I don't know. I honestly, at this point, I'm like, yeah, whatever. She has to go to the vet. I don't care what you're checking her for. However, next Thursday, they are going to do another set of x-rays And I'm really, really hoping, I don't want to do this in a bigger one. I'm really hoping that they'll be like, oh my gosh, it's healed. And then I can just be so happy. But that's really unlikely. So let's see. Oh, you love this one? I like this one too. It's really pretty artwork. Let me got a little pop-up on my laptop. Hey, Shannon. Hello. Shannon, if you have a diamond painting, you can jump in and join. All right, let's see. So I'm just going to keep working away, but is anyone else diamond painting or working on a diamond painting? I have like the funniest history with diamond painting. When it first like came out, I tried it and I hated it. I was like, this is stupid. I don't have the patience. And then I don't know what made me like try it again. I got like a cheap one off of Amazon too, because I was like, I'm not gonna spend like Diamond Art Club level. And then I did it and I was like, wow, this is so fun. So yeah, then all of a sudden I got into diamond painting and now I have a crap ton of them because you guys know I can't ever just buy one of something. And they always keep coming out with cute ones, or like in this case, you know, we've got the Mystic Art Mirrors and I love like her artwork. So yeah, there's certain paintings I just have to buy. Let's see. Do I have a diamond painting? Let's see. I'm working on Big Sis from DAC. Ooh, what's the Big Sis one? I'll have to look that one up. Kind of curious. Yeah, so like I love Diamond Art Club. Like their quality is really good and they just keep getting better and better. But I also really like Dreamer Designs. Their drills aren't quite as good, but they're like open to improvement. But yeah, the next one I work on, I think is going to be from Dreamer Designs because I had to have them replace a painting that I got like a quarter of the way through. And then they the glue was just not sticking. So I was like, oh. So yeah, I had to return it, but they replaced like it completely. They didn't even just send me new drills or a new canvas. They just replaced the whole kit. So I was like, oh, I like you guys. Because I really want to work on this one. Oh gosh, where's the box? It's in a pile that I don't want to dare go into. So but yeah, like it's really cute. It's by the Curtis Rekovich, I think is how you say his name. I don't know. I want to finish that one. Let's see. Hi, Nicole. Oh, you just finished this one? How long did it take you? Because this one is taking me forever. Like legit, I've been working on this one since December. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. It's because like I would start and I would get flustered or just be like, oh, I don't have time for this. And now I've been like powering through it because I'm determined. I want to move on to something else. Like I just want to move on. It's cute, but I don't want to stare at it forever. Let's see. So like really with my finished ones so far, I've either like framed them and put them in my kids' rooms. I have a couple that I just have in like a big case because I haven't decided what I want to do with them. But yeah, like it just kind of depends. Like I just finished this cute horse one. There's a cheap one from Amazon. I think I got all the E's, I swear. But yeah, it's like a cheap one from Amazon, and I'm going to frame that one and put it in my daughter's room. And then I want to frame a couple and put them in my studio. But it's hard because you'll be like, oh my gosh, I just finished that one. I really like it. And then you'll like do another one and be like, oh my gosh, never mind. I really like this one. So I'm like, I'm going to be spending a fortune framing things. So I'm going to frame them myself, like make my own frames. I've got the tools. And then, yeah, I am going to seal them. If I'm framing them, I seal them. Like I sealed the one for my daughter. The other one for my other daughter, I didn't need to seal because I have the glass on top, or so I didn't have to do like a heavy seal. I did like a cheap diamond seal thing from Amazon that was like $5, but really, I swear it's just clear Mod Podge. But yeah, I framed that one and it had a glass cover because it was tiny enough. So I don't know. I might, like, I have one that I had originally purchased and I was going to give to my mom for her birthday. And then I didn't finish it. So I do need to start on that one again. But I have till November. So I got some time. It's fine. All right. Let's see. The Wonderland one. Ooh, Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I kind of feel like, I mean, you want to keep some, but most of the time you just frame them and you want to, give them away as gifts. Because otherwise they're just going to sit there in your little storage caddy and be like, oh, so alone. But I have I definitely want to start that other one from Dreamer Designs next. But it's huge. Like, oh my gosh, it's bigger than this. And this isn't even big. This is like a typical DAC canvas. So, but the other one is so fun and creepy. Oh, I love it. Let's see. Emerald along, in 22 days. See, I keep telling myself I'm going to sit down and do like a square a day, but I've kind of tweaked how I work on my diamond paintings. So I still section them off, as you can see. So I section them off with a washi tape, and then I cut the slits. But what I do is I'm actually working this whole section at one time, because I've noticed if I do it just like a single square, I just get flustered. So I'll pull out whatever color, and then I make sure to work on this whole section with that one color, and then I can still cover it up so dust doesn't get in there. And it's actually made me a little bit more efficient than just doing a square at a time. For me, everyone's so different on how they work it, but I definitely noticed it was faster that way for me. Where the heck is my C's at? I know that's a problem. Like, you start a new hobby and then you're like, I'm gonna need everything. Well, so I'm using this pen here. Oh crap, I can't remember the name of it. Someone remind me and I'll link it in the description later. But I got this really cute pen. It has feathers in it. Look at this. I love it. Like, these feathers are so cool. And I had another one that I got that was like Valentine's themed, but we're past Valentine's. So I'm on with the feathery one, and it's like my favorite colors. So, and then I got turned on to what is it, Rhonda's Crafty Corner, like her putties, her wax. They all smell so delicious. They make you hungry. Oh, yeah, it's a slippery slope, as with all these lovely crafts. I want my number 8. And I am using these cute little storage things, but I've got a little set over here for a different diamond painting I'm working on. So I just wrote with dry erase marker on those ones because I was too lazy to label them. I was like, I don't have time for that. And then a bunch of mine, because this set was like super staticky, so a bunch of mine have little dryer sheet pieces because, the static in this set, and it could just be because it's winter here still in April. But when I, opened this bad boy up, it was December. But yeah, we get a lot of like dry air and more static, so it could have been that. But either way, I had to like go crazy with the dryer sheets. See. Yeah, Lori, you're in good company with us who just can't buy one of something. I was like, I'm just going to use the diamond, the little placing pens that come with the kits. And then, yep, nope, didn't happen. I still use them from time to time, but I like these ones. They're like thick and easier to hold on to. Ooh, $11. Dang. My hobby is collecting hobbies. Actually, I like that. My hobby is collecting hobbies. I know. I just filmed my pencil collection because I've been asked quite a bit. Let's see, am I missing any other? I can leave these open now. Number 8. So I did my pencil collection video, and I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Clearly, I've collected pencils. But it's hard when you have like a channel because you get pencils to like review them for people too. It's not just like I'm collecting to be a hoarder, because really I don't want that many pencils. Okay. I need to find my little bluey. There it is. Okay. I always get so paranoid when they have like similar symbols and you're like, nope, is that the right one? Is that the right one? Yeah, the request, I noticed like a lot of people have been asking for like pencil collection videos. And I've been like literally all last year I was asked, and I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. And I finally did film it yesterday. It's like 2 hours long. And there's literally a pile of pencils behind me. So I was like, But yeah, I've edited it. Wow, that is rough to say today. But yeah, I've edited it, and I only needed 2 of that blue, so that was a waste of time. I'm not sure when I'll post it yet, because there's a few things I need to do, but it will be out pretty soon. Okay, I want to grab, oh, I need P. No, the letter P. Okay, there it is. I have 2 trays. Yeah, I hope it gives you the strength. After like filming that, I was like, so I was rushing through it too, because I did not want to like take forever. Hi, Tanya and Dawn. But yeah, I didn't want to take forever on it. And so I was like rushing through it and talking like I had like 8 cups of espresso or something. And then it was still 2 hours long. So I was like, oh my gosh. And then my brain was just taxed. Like by the end, I'm like, I don't even remember what this pencil was for, why I bought this. And then I had one where I was like, oh crap, I didn't even swatch this. That's just great. Tanya. But yeah, I will post it soon. This one has such weird, I just want to get to the books. The books below her. This one didn't have like, I mean, it has a couple ABs in it, but not as many like placed throughout. I think eventually I'm going to fall into the trap of customizing my diamond paintings. I don't know if any of you are going to do that, but or if any of you do that, but I'm probably going to fall into that trap where I start customizing my diamond paintings because I want them sparklier. We've made Tanya jump on the swatching team. Woohoo! Hi, Shirley. I actually like swatching though. I find it incredibly therapeutic. I'm redoing all my swatches because I'm redoing how I organize my pencils, and I'm more excited about the prospect of re-swatching them all. So yeah, I found that a little interesting, but I'm like, I'm so excited to swatch. Let's see, I need to find... So what, for those of you who do diamond paint, where do you guys normally buy yours? Are you like Diamond Art Club all the way? anyone do Craftably. I have a couple from Craftably that are actually really nice. They do amazing rendering on the faces, way better than Diamond Art Club, sorry to say. But they're not as good quality, I think, is the holdup, but their rendering is beautiful. Let's see. Has anyone sent in a photo to paint? I'm not sure what you meant by that one, or unless that was a different conversation and I missed it because I was too busy staring at tiny little letters. Oh, she swatched the Derwent drawing pencils. Did you like the Derwent drawing ones? Because I think they're luscious. I love those things. I want those to, like, I need Derwent to expand them, you know, like expand the drawing line, because it's just ridiculous. They're like a great pencil and they're fiddling around with all these other ones. I'm like, stop it. Just expand these. I will buy them all. Oh, like a family photo. I haven't tried it. But it looks like Shannon knows a few that's turned out well. I personally haven't tried it, so I couldn't say. It would be fun though. When you send in the photos, can you like customize the drills you get? Like add sparklier ones or no? Just curious on that. Oh my God, you had them for years and you just now swatched them? Woman, I got no words. No words. That's a shame. Those poor things have been crying and alone in their tin all by themselves. Yeah, I mean, it's hard because they're like, you know, a small set, and if you just leave them in the tin, even mine don't get used as much as they should, but gosh, I love those. Love the drawing. And I agree, get rid of the stupid chroma flow. I even did that in my collection video. I was like, I don't like these. I'm sorry, Derwent, but I don't. Just go ahead and expand your drawing line and I will buy those. Quit fooling around with chroma flow. Well, I need to use my drawing more, so I can't really say much because mine don't. I tend to break mine out more in the fall, simply because I got a K way up here. Simply because, you know, they're so like, they have that autumnal palette to them. So yeah, I tend to break mine out in the fall, but like the chroma flow, I'm just like, gosh, this is the stupidest pencil. And that's probably why Derwent never wanted to send me them, because I was like, no, I hate these. They're awful. Keep them away. Send them your way. Yeah, I'm just not impressed. I got Prismas, okay? So I don't need to be fooling around with chroma flow. I got my Prismas. It's fine. But like, I don't know. And plus, I really like the chunky monkey style of Derwent pencils. Like, I like the fact that they're like kind of a thick pencil. So when they, you know, did the chroma flow and they're like, here's this scrawny little pencil, I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need that. Thanks. So that was the other thing I didn't like, because I've always appreciated Derwent giving like a big old pencil. It's more comfortable to hold. Plus, it's kind of unique to their brand in a way. But yeah, the chroma flow is like this scrawny little thing stuck in my putty. Through mine. Let's see. I know I do have to finish my chroma flow review, just because I've been asked by a few viewers and I promised I would. So I will hold up my promise, and then I'll probably end up giving them away. Because but what I really want to get my hands on are the new ink tints. The yeah, I'm so mad that the UK, I get it. They're made out there, but I want my hands on those extras right now. But no, can't get them yet. But the second the US can buy those extras open stock to get up to 100 ink tents, I will be all over that. Oh my gosh. I'm just excited because I love ink tents, and yeah, I'm so jealous every time I see someone like, look, I got the new ink tents. I'm like, no, Why are they so expensive? Which ones? The ChromaFlow or just Derwent in general? Or the new ink tents? Because those are pretty overpriced right now too. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, so the 28 new ones you can get open stock. Like even in the UK right now, they can get them open stock, but they won't ship to the US yet until it launches on the Derwent US site. So if you already have the Inktent 72, just wait. And the 28 open stock will be available soon-ish. Soon. That's all. I contacted my person at Derwent, and they're like, it's coming soon, I promise. I'm like, give me a date. But yeah, like in the UK, they can already get them open stock. But the price of that 100 count set right now, yeah, it makes me want to barf too. I was like, oh, I like ink tents, but that's like a car payment. So I'm like, yeah, I need them. Let's see. I have been having fun with ink tents and Copic markers. Yes, yes. I love my Copics. But my Copics, so I've been giving a lot of attention to my Ohuhus and my Tri-Blends because they were new and shiny and I had to do stuff with them. And then I went to go back to my Copics because that's what I love is my Copics. And a bunch of them dried out, just sitting there, and they weren't even like over a year. So I was kind of ticked because now I got to get the incredibly overpriced refills. So I have to go through all of my Copics. That's like what, 350 something markers, and see which ones need refills. And I'm like, oh crap, I missed those ones. Okay, let's see. I know I have a straggler up here. Don't you love diamond painting when you're like, oh, I just need one here. Oh, one here. And then you'll like find it way later. Yeah, mine have never dried out like before. I don't know what's going on with these ones that dried out because the lids, I mean, it's a Copic. The lids are on tight. Nothing's wrong with it. It's like it almost dried out of spite because I was using Ohuhu for a little bit or something. I don't know. That's my theory. It got mad at me. So now it's going to cost me a bunch in refills. And I really want to use my Copics because I love them. Where's the K at? Oh, it's like freaking Where's Waldo? I know you were in here because I used you just the other day. K. Where's the K? For reals, I am missing that one. Or it's right in front of me. Oh, yep, it's right in front of me on the other tin. Oh, don't worry about typos. You're fine. No worries at all. Let's see, I'm trying to see. Got one there. So I don't know about you guys, but like after I do the whole diamond painting, I put it on my light table and then just slowly scroll it through because the light will shine through, where you don't have a drill, and it makes it so much easier. Because then you're like, oh, there we go. I swear I had more K's I had to fill in. Oh, there they are. Okay, so I do need a couple. Not a lot, just a couple. Hi, Christina. Yeah, we can read typos. We know what you meant. All right. My notifications on my laptop keep going off, and I'm like, ah. It's just Amazon telling me my subscribe and save is on its way, but delayed because we have snow out here in April. It is like legit snowing right now. This weather is stupid. I think I shared it on my my stories or my community post, one of the two, but yeah, it's like still snowing out here in Utah. Like, we didn't get the memo that it is indeed April. Oh, so gross. And everybody is flooding out here because we are not used to this much water. We are indeed a desert. So, it's not very fun. Let's see. Have you tried the trick of adding glycerin to dry alcohol markers to rehydrate the ink? I have not. I'm afraid to try that on a Copic. Actually, no, I got some spare nibs, so maybe we'll be okay. But still, I don't know. Have you tried it? Or are you just asking because you're curious if anyone has? What I need. Oh, I hate when I have just little stragglers over here. I need my H. My letter H. Oh, there it is. Why would you be jealous of my snow? You are crazy. Like, we had a full-out blizzard yesterday, and it's flipping cold. And the problem is we've had so much snow and rain this winter that all my neighbors are flooding, and we're totally going to be next. The floods are just slowly working their way up the neighborhood. So once next door floods, I'm next, and I'm like, oh, great. Because, yeah, we're not used to having this much moisture out here. So, yep, it's going to be a fun, fun time. I just want it to be warm. Let's see. In Canada. Oh, no. Is it still snowing out there, too? Ugh, and Canada can get pretty snowy. Ooh, a DP kit with sparklers. Oh, that's true. I give you that. Florida doesn't really have a winter. So I guess I'll let you win on that one. You can have my snow then. I'll send it your way. Oh, let's see. But yeah, like it's supposed to snow like a few more times this week. I'm like, come on. Kind of an Easter egg hunt. Let's see. Let me scroll up because I think I missed something. Gina said Book Depository is closing down. I haven't heard of that. But, sometimes I'm not always on top of things. So, yeah, it would suck if it is closing down, though. Is it? For reals? Someone Google that. And then Heidi and Dawn. I think I got everyone there. 80 degrees. That's it. I'm moving. I'm moving to Florida or Kentucky or Texas because I've heard that they have nice weather right now. And by nice, I mean not snowing. Let's see. I had some E's. I got more E's. Emily! They're going to be closed by the 24th. Oh, that's a bummer. And hi, Emily. Well, that sucks because we all love Book Depository. Why are they closing? Did they lose too much on the free shipping? Because, I always found it fascinating how they would ship for free to anywhere. But that sucks. I'm going to miss them. Let's see. Oh, cutting back. Yeah, I'm behind on checking on announcements and stuff, but I would have figured it out when I went to go order from Book Depository for the next release and been like, oh shoot, can't do that. Well, that sucks. Now I have to actually go to the Amazon store for whatever country and purchase it that way, and I don't want to do that. I'm not off the screen. I'm actually working like right here. It's just my whatchamacallit plastic is down here. Unless you guys really want to see the tray or the multiple trays. Let's see. Last Easter we were in Wisconsin, 2 weeks starting week of April 11th. There was a blizzard. Oh man. See, and we're gonna have like snow for our Easter. So my kids are gonna just, I guess, have to hunt those eggs down in the snow. It's 55 and supposed to dip again. Yeah. So Durban, that's kind of what we're suffering right now, is like it warms up just enough for the snow to melt and flood everyone's basement. And then it cools off and snows again. So it's like, oh, fun. But we're all kind of hoping this goes away because this is not normal weather for where I'm living. Okay, I need tea. Where is tea at? I know it's in here somewhere. Yeah, that's why I'm so slow with diamond painting. I spend more time just hunting down the letters. I usually have them in order, but they got all wacky because I was lazy. So I guess it's coming back to bite me. Oh, I do need that one real quick. 90s. Oh. Hi, Gina. They're okay. Yeah. Indy is like totally doesn't even act like she ever had a 22 in her. She's fine now. But Harper's the one that's going to have a really long recovery, just because she has that shattered leg. So it's been, it's really draining because the problem is huskies are so hyper, like really hyper. They need a lot of exercise, and obviously she can't get that exercise because she's got a broken leg, and she's supposed to be kenneled. And they've got her on so many sedatives, but they're not even working anymore. And so now she just like bangs against the kennel at night and like refuses to sleep. It's like having a newborn. I'm like, oh my gosh. But and then to make things super awesome, she went into heat. And I'm like, no, we can't be doing this right now. So, like she was scheduled to be spayed, or she still is scheduled on April 17th. But I'm like, listen, woman, you need to finish this. And I'm like, ah. So yeah, it's been a fun couple weeks. But we're hoping by May she'll be out of her cast. And then yeah, we're gonna. The really crappy part is so we only had her like 2 weeks maybe before this all happened, and I was working on socializing her because she has like trauma from being in a shelter, like a lot of trauma. Huskies are very, very delicate and dramatic. But yeah, I was already working on socializing her and kind of helping her over that. And yeah, now she's not going near anybody. And she's extra skittish. Like any noise or anything freaks her out. Granted, I don't blame her. But so like even like if you move too quickly in the house, she like startles and like just rattles. So it's going to be a long road even after she's out of the cast and ready to go, because I'm going to have to work on retraining like everything now. And that's the crappy part. Yeah, dramatic is putting it mildly. I did film the other day because Scout was in an argument with Harper, and they were just like arguing back and forth. And it was like the funniest thing ever. And I don't know what they were arguing about, but they had some words. So But yeah, we are going to get her spayed while she's in the cast, which I know like sounds kind of cruel, but the point is she's already stuck in the kennel. So we might as well get her spayed while she's stuck in the kennel already, rather than when her legs are good to go, be like, oh, haha, just kidding, back to the kennel you go, because you got to recover from surgery. Like, so that's why we're doing it now, while she's already being forced to have downtime. Because yeah, the second that girl gets her legs back, she's gonna be not sitting still. She'll be fine, I think. I'm more concerned about the emotional, social things that we're gonna have to retrain more than anything else. Make sure I didn't miss anything up here before I start slicing these off. But yeah, so I'm more worried about that stuff because that's harder to train out of a dog, especially a dog her age, because she's 4 years old. So she's not as willing as like when a husky's younger. You can, in fact, teach a dog or an old dog new tricks, but they may be a little resilient. So we'll see how it goes. All right, now I'm on to the next section. Look at me. I'm so close to the end. I'm going to roll this back real quick. So since I've been working on this since December, it has accumulated some husky fur that I'm going to have to go through with like tweezers and pull out. So yeah, with the next one that I work on, I'm going to work faster because I am not enjoying the whole husky fur thing we got going down here. But it is what it is. And yes, I use little, what are these, Cricut scissors? Because the idea of using a knife to cut my little squares freaks me out. Like, I'm always afraid I'll put too much pressure. So I use scissors. But let me get this side. It's so funny. I told my husband, I was like, by the way, I'm going to start streaming again on Tuesday nights. Good luck. Here's the kids. Bye. And off I went. It's been one of those weeks. Oh, so I got these trays from Add More Zest. I freaking love these trays. Does anyone have these? These are fun. I've got this like smaller gray one, and then I've got this pink one here. I love the shape of them, and I just like how they work. I cannot remember where I got these ones from, but these have lids, like, so a lid will slide on. By Tanya. And then, yeah, like you can store them, but I can't remember where I got those ones. But I really like the ones from Add More Zest. They're like perfect. Like the little divots that hold your drills are nice. And they don't get all, like these ones here, from wherever I got these, they're a little too deep. So sometimes your drills just don't, I don't know, they don't rest the right way. Let's see, I have a forever diamond painting that I'm determined to finish. That's kind of what this one is. It's not like, I mean, I started in December, but I normally can finish like one a month. So I was like, okay, that's it. This one is getting done like now. Oh, I thought you were leaving. It said, oh, I won't see you, bye. So I was like, okay, bye. Bye. All right, let me see. See, we're getting to the books. We're so close to the cute books. You can kind of see them under my tape and plastic, but I don't know why. I just want to like break out the books because they're all these pretty blues and it's going to be so fun. But no, they're at the way into my diamond painting. So I'm going to get there. Not tonight, but eventually. Because I'm a slow diamond painter. Like, I have a 7 placer on, but I'm still slow. It's just my style, I guess. Plus, it's just a very tedious craft. Oh, I was being Corey handing the kids to her hubby. Okay, now that makes sense. I've been working all day. I'm not used to streaming after working all day, so yeah, brain not there, but yes, that's pretty much what I did. Okay, bye. I was like, make sure they're fed and bathed and all that, and for the love of God, please clean the kitchen. Because, oh my gosh, like, my kids are home on spring break right now, and they are making a hot mess of my kitchen, and I'm not very happy about it. Like, I can't handle a dirty kitchen. I don't know about you guys, but that's like one room of the house where, yeah, if it's a mess, I'm a mess, like, emotionally. I like walk in there and instantly just start going into rage. I'm like, how hard is it to pick up the crumbs? I don't know. Geez. Put your dishes in the dishwasher. I know it's rough. You gotta like open the whole thing and slide out the tray. I get it. It's like a workout, but for Pete's sake, I'm not asking that much. I'm not asking for you to like sanitize the stove. I just want the dishes put away. So I'm hoping after I stream tonight, I go downstairs, there's a clean kitchen. We'll see. This color is the craziest. Usually they have them pretty close to like what they are on the canvas, but this one isn't. So every time I go to grab it, I'm like, wait, is that the right one? And it is, but. And I do love this like Rhonda's putty because it gives you that snappy sound. And I don't know about you guys, but I like really enjoy the little clicky sound. I don't know if my camera picks it up, but I like the sound. Oh, goodness me. Is anyone doing anything fun for Easter? Or just like family stuff? Or anyone have any fun Easter traditions? Because we don't, and I feel kind of bad about it. I feel like my kids deserve some Easter traditions. I mean, outside of, Easter egg hunting. Like that's literally all we do is like dye Easter eggs and then hunt Easter eggs. And I don't know. Anyone have any cool traditions for Easter? Let's see. This pen is big. It's really not that big. I mean, it's fat, I guess. But it's got feathers. Feathers. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. Feathers. Brunch. Ooh. And cooking a ton. Yeah, we do we cook dinner, like an early dinner. We do ham and stuff, but yeah. I don't know. I don't have a lot of Easter traditions. And even now I'm like, do we have to decorate the eggs? And then my kids said yes. I'm like, okay, fine. Let's see. Does eating count as a tradition? I think it does. Yes, I do. It should, because that's what I do. And that's going to be my only tradition, I guess, is eating ham. So let's see. Easter baskets and Easter dinner is what Emily says. Yeah. Like we do the Easter baskets. I'm so behind though. I need to like go buy stuff for the Easter baskets. So yeah, I need to get on that because it's like what, Tuesday? So I just keep waiting. I'm like, no, I'll do it tomorrow. And it's gonna be like Saturday. I'm gonna be that mom this year. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Christina. But at least you can spend time with your family. I mean, heck, I can't believe how much a ham costs. I went to buy a ham for Easter and I was like, since when do they cost this much? Everything costs a fortune now. Ugh. I just want like to be able to buy a meal that doesn't cost $100. Yeah, Shannon, it's this Sunday, by the way. That's how I'm like, oh shoot, it's this Sunday. But I'm telling you, like, I keep putting it off. I'm literally gonna be that person at like Target on Saturday, just being like, "Doo-doo-doo." I don't know. I should try and go tomorrow, but yeah. Every day I'm like, I'm gonna go do this. I don't do it. So I'm not even gonna promise myself anything anymore. It's just too much effort. Plus, like, I try not to put candy in the baskets because I feel like I mean, I put some because otherwise the kids would probably riot. But, I'm like always trying to find something different to put in there. But like this year, I don't know. I'm so behind that I'm like just going to have to suffer with whatever's left to buy and put in there. But we don't buy them new baskets every year because they have these really cute, like custom made canvas baskets I got a few years ago on Etsy. So I don't bother with buying baskets every year anymore. Even though I can get them, I guess, for like $1. I'm like, nope, we reuse these ones. My thing fell off. But yeah, Easter, I don't know, like, it's just always been one of those holidays where I'm like, well, we'll just do dinner. And we eat dinner a little earlier, but not too early. Because I'm one of those people that get cranky. Like, if we eat dinner at like 2, I'm sitting there like, but I'm going to be starving by the time it's like 5. So we can't be doing this. So we eat more like at 4. That's early. But we just don't have a lot of traditions for Easter. And then let's see, what's next? What's holiday is next? Is like Mother's Day the next big one? I guess it is, right? Gosh, I don't even know. I just wait for my calendar to warn me, and then I'm like, oh crap. This one is round drills, and I like round drills normally, but all of a sudden I'm like finding myself craving square drills. Maybe it's because I've been working on a round drill piece for so long that I'm like, oh, I'm over it. Plus, I like the clicking sound they make. My birthday. It's a huge holiday. Okay, the next holiday is Emily's birthday. Just FYI, everyone. We all have to start making family traditions for her birthday, too. So that'll be fun. I'll tell my kids, no, this is Emily's birthday. And they'll be like, Emily who? Like, no, we got to do all these traditions for her every year. Well, what would be some good traditions to do for Emily's birthday? It's a holiday now. She's claimed it as one. So we've got to think of some fun traditions. One thing I hate about the putty is when they get stuck in the putty. When the putty is stickier than the canvas, and Diamond Art Club canvases are awfully flippin' sticky. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, 5 birthdays in April. Yikes. We have so February and October for our family are like that, just loads of birthdays. But let's see, I don't even think, do we have 5 in October? I think we do, actually. Let's see, I got 2, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, lots of in-laws, my own sister, my aunt. Yeah, we have 5 in October. So yeah, October is always like ooh. Yeah, she deems it a holiday, and presents are the tradition. So I guess we'll have to work on that. That's funny. When in April is the birthday, or is it before, or is it the start of May, before Mother's Day? can hear my family being loud down there, but I don't know if it's picking up on camera. Hope it's not, but we shall see. Got invited to a couple of her friends' parties. My kids, so like with my kids for their birthdays, I feel like we're the only ones in this state that do this, but like they only get birthdays on big old milestones. Other than that, it's family birthdays only. And so like this year my daughter, my youngest, turned 7, and like every parent was like, "Oh, when's her birthday?" And I was like, "Well, her birthday is in February, but we're not doing like a party with friends. It's just family." And they kind of look at me like I'm weird. And I'm like, dude, I can't afford to do some big blowout party every year. Instead, I just give them the fun parties every like milestone. That way I can save up and give them like something really fun every few years rather than just something whatever. Oops, piece of plastic in there. Hi, Elise. And full of mystery. He'll never know. I bet you there's some way. I'll find out. Oh, that's fine. Lurk away, lurk away. We're just working on diamond paintings or whatever we're working on. Today, I'm working on diamond paintings. I'm debating what it'll be for next week. I've got to sit down and plan out the schedule, but yeah, like I said, I had promised to do this a while ago, and then it's just been busy, but I was like, okay, I got to get this going. So every week for the community hangout, it'll be different, like different themes and whatnot. And then, yeah, other YouTubers are welcome to join in the StreamYard with me and also work on the same project. And I'll get the schedule out sooner so it's easier for everyone as well, so they can plan ahead. But today I was like, oh crap, I didn't post that. So it was one of those. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Dawn. I do have they're supposed to be like kind of watercolor roses. I don't know if it's going to show on the camera because it doesn't want to zoom in, but it's supposed to look like a watercolor loose rose on my one finger. So I wanted something springish. I don't do Easter nails just because Easter's one day and I don't want to look like an Easter egg for the 2 weeks I wait in between nail appointments. So I tried to be Easterish colors, but not too crazy. Let's see. We do the same. I let my kiddos invite 2 friends. Yeah, like we'll have a friend like over for dinner if they have any. Sometimes they're just too young to have, like friends over for dinner. Like when my daughter's like 4, she doesn't even, it's like, who's she got, But yeah, like my son, he's turning 15 this year. And he's like, is that a milestone? I was like, nope, it's 16, the day you get your license and I never sleep again because I'm, And my son had the nerve to say he wants my husband to teach him how to drive. And I'm like, listen, we all know who the better driver is. I learned to drive in California and not in Utah. No offense to Utah drivers. Just, yeah. California drivers, woohoo. But I was like, no, I'm teaching you how to drive because there's no way in heck you're learning to drive the Utah way. You're driving my way. Got some stragglers that popped out of there. Oh, I'm glad you're excited about the hangout. I wish I would have announced it earlier, but yes, it'll be every week. I'll even throw out some nights where it's like watercolor, just grab some watercolors and we're going to play with watercolors that day or whatever. And it'll be fun. Tonight, lengthwise, probably similar to how I do my other streams. I'll do hour and a half to 2 hours. Just kind of depends. Try not to go too late because I'm an old lady, and by 7 o'clock, I'm pretty much dead to the world. So my brain slowly starts turning off by 4, and then it's really off by like 7 p.m. But yeah, because I go to bed at 9:30. Don't laugh. It's just it's true. I go to bed at 9:30. Drives my kids nuts because like they're on spring break right now, and I'm like, okay, good night, everyone, and I'm going to bed. But I don't know. I like 9:30. But maybe I don't know if it's necessarily because I'm older. I'm not that old. Older. Or if it's just I don't know. I can't say that it's because I wake up early, because I used to wake up early, but like this prolonged winter that we have right now. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see the snow outside right now. It's absolutely insane. Oh, I wonder. Hang on. I'll show you guys real quick. I just don't want to make anyone like dizzy, but I'm going to very carefully undo this. Can you see that snow coming down? It's never going to stop. Oh, for Pete's. All right, there we go. Back to the diamond painting we go. But yeah, like I used to get up early, and now I gotta fix this because we're a wee bit crooked. There we go. I used to get up at like 5:30, but this prolonged winter has thrown off my internal clock. So ever since we sprung ahead, I like I don't know, I can't function. I've lost all functionality, but I think once real spring shows up, maybe I'll be able to get back up at 5:30. I don't know. Ooh, 8:30. Oh, I would love to go to bed at 8:30. No joke, but my kids would not. Yeah, they're not even asleep by then. And I can't trust them to go to bed on their own. Oh gosh, now it's even dumping even more. I should have waited and shown you now. Like it's legit dumping a ton of snow. Freaking Utah. Yeah, exactly. Like 9 used to be like, oh, I don't want to go to bed at that time. And now you're like, oh, thank God. I get to go to bed at 9. I remember when I was young and also had no kids. Midnight was like a cool bedtime. Yeah, I miss those days. Let's see. Hi, Leslie. Ooh, 70. You've been off since the time change too, Leslie. Yeah, I've heard that from like a lot of people. And then like a lot of people out here in Utah, like because we legit are still in winter. So it's like cold and snowing and just crap weather all the time. A lot of people have said like it's thrown them off because it's just, the whole point of springing ahead is like, you get your spring weather with it. But I mean, you're not really super excited to hop out of bed and go drive in all the snow. So I'm just like, oh, I hate the snow. But yeah, I normally recover from time changes a lot more gracefully than I have this year, but I don't know what it is. I've been trying everything. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll read before bed. Like maybe the TV is making me have crappy sleep. So I tried reading for like 2 weeks. Yeah, that didn't fix anything. So I think it's just the weather. Yeah, so hi Valerie. That's the funny thing about Utah. Need to reload my thing here. We do actually need the snow because we had a major drought. We've been in a drought for a few years, but Utah is a desert. So being in a drought really, this kind of comes with the territory. But yeah, we needed the moisture, but we did not need this much. Like this is a little excessive. It's like literally I have a blizzard outside right now, and it's April 4th. So I'm just like, ugh. And because this is Utah, I guarantee what's going to happen is like one day it'll snow, and then the next day it'll be 80, and then we'll be right into the hundreds and into summer. Like, we'll never even see a spring, because that's how it rolls around here. Oh, hi, PJB. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But if they claim we have a drought this year, I'm like, nah, no, I don't believe that. Because there is so much water in the ground, and with all the houses out here flooding in their basements because the groundwater, well, it has nowhere to go but up, so it's coming up through everyone's foundations. There's going to be no drought this year. Like, we've accumulated more water this year than we have like in 5 years. So we'll see if my basement survives this wacky winter spring thing we got going on. I really hope it does, because we have a finished basement, and I will legit be crying if I have to replace all that crap down there. This one does not want to wiggle into the right spot. But we'll see. I don't know. I think it said we were supposed to hit like 60 or like high 50s next week, but they've been teasing us with that, and then like they'll change it last minute and be like, never mind, crazy winter storm warning. So we'll see on that one. All right. PJB, do you diamond paint? $30 on Friday and then 80 today. See, that's what I'm afraid of. We're just gonna like nosedive into summer weather out here, and I'm like, no. That's okay though, I guess. I'm more of a fall gal than a spring, but I wouldn't mind like some 60s, just to chill in for a little bit, and I don't know, some light 70s. Let's see. No, we don't have a sump pump. So Utah's been in a drought forever, so sump pumps weren't really needed. And this builder apparently was told by the county to install one and didn't. But hey, they signed off on the permit. So that's why all of myself, and well, not myself, but my neighbors are flooding. But we're getting one installed this next week. It's just we're going to do it ourselves, because companies are taking advantage of everyone flooding in Utah and charging an arm and a leg. Like, literally, you might as well sell your arm and leg to pay for the sump pump that they are going to charge you for. Let's see. How many feet in total? I don't know. You know what? I'd have to look and see how many feet in total we've gotten. I know it's a lot more than we normally get. Like, we normally get dumped on in February, and January, a little in March. We get stragglers in March, but we do not have major snow at the end of March, let alone into April. Nope, no diamond painting for you. That's all right. Yeah, my sister lives in Northern California, and she got dumped on. They had to evacuate because their roof, which was kind of like a flatter pitched roof, was bowing from all the snow. So they had to evacuate. And then like they couldn't even get out because, the snow was so freaking deep. Like, she would send pictures, and it was crazy. But she lives up in like Mariposa. So yeah, they had to get out, and then they're back home now, but like it was insane. Yeah, Northern California got just nuts snow. Snow that they normally don't get. Like, at least here in Utah, like, we're getting a lot of snow, but like we know how to handle it. So we're all right. We're just like impatient now. We're like, oh my gosh, I'm tired of shoveling. The Sudi style pencils. I don't have those ones. That's for sure. But I'm sure there's someone else definitely does. Tinky Tame. Is that how I say it? To make sure I say it right. Let's see. What was the chairlifts? Oh, a tornado. Ugh. See, tornadoes freak me out. It just pops down from the sky and swallows things. Well, I guess it doesn't swallow them, it just relocates them, but still, y'all know what I mean. Let's see, my hubs lost their garage and barn. Oh, that's so awful. This weather, I'm kind of laughing because I'm like, it's not even global warming, it's global cooling and craziness. like it's all right. Let's see. I live in Houston and high 80s. And hi, Vicky. I'll take your 80s, please. Oh my gosh, once it warms up here, ugh. But you know what? I really don't want to complain too much because Utah summers means like 100 degrees, and I'm really not ready for that either. So I guess I'll take the snow for now, but Yeah, I knew it was Tina because I know you changed your name, but I was like, I was trying to say it, the username right. Let's see. One hit about 10 to 15 minutes away. Oh gosh. That's scary and that's close. And it's awful that they lost all their stuff. Freaking Mother Nature. Speaking of Mother Nature, I have like an irrational fear of sinkholes. Like legit have an irrational fear. Like, and right now because we're so flooded out here, when you like walk on the, the ground, your foot sinks into it. And then my fear of sinkholes comes alive and I like scream like a little girl and run away and get on the sidewalk again. So, not that like we've really ever had a like big old sinkhole event, but I'm like, oh, it's water. Utah's not used to it. So yeah, I can't even walk on my own grass without thinking about like the earth is gonna swallow me or something that's absolutely stupid and irrational, but it is in my head. You have a sinkhole on your property? Oh my god. No. Yeah, send it to me. I like have, oh my gosh. I kid you not. I walked outside to take the dog out the other day and my foot started to just sink in the grass and water pooled around it and I like screeched and ran to my sidewalk. I like, nope. Like you see those videos on the news about like that sinkhole that just opened up and swallowed a house and a person. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no. Yeah, I have the world's most irrational fear about that one. Oh. The earth should not open and swallow things. That's all I'm saying. Like, how close to your house is it? Like, because that's what I'd be wondering too. What do you do if it moves? Take a drink of my water. Girl, like if a sinkhole forms on my property, yeah, I'm selling this thing and running away. But again, I've got the craziest fear of those. I am pretty close, but not. Because I just have these like two rows, I should say, but still lots. It's gonna take a while. But see these books? Aren't these books like so cute? This whole one is super cute. Just the face rendering on this one, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I know it's hard for them to render faces, but after all these years, I expect more. Especially because this is Mystic Art Mirrors, and I really like her artwork. So, although the worst one I've ever got was like a Jasmine Beckett Griffith one from them, and the face rendering was, whoa. It's like, what are we doing here? right, did I get all those? I think I did. My washi tape has had enough of me over there. Let's see. Sold the house, closing on April 12th. Ooh, nice. Unpacking. I actually enjoy unpacking. I'm one of those nerds that is like, ooh, unpacking time. All right, what color do I want to do next? I think I'm going to grab this one. Let's see. My husband had his tractor tire get stuck and he pulled out the tractor. There, the next day there was an 8-foot deep. Oh, 6 foot. No, that's enough. No. That's the earth trying to eat you. Again, I got irrational fears of that. Let's see. My uncle roped down it and asked my other uncle if he wanted to come. He went down the hole. Oh my gosh, no. Phew, I wouldn't do it. Not even for $1 million. Wouldn't do it. I don't even care. I don't care if like it would have to save someone's life to go down that sinkhole. No. I just no. I can't believe you went down it. Hi, Mona. Yeah, that's kind of why I like unpacking. Although, like, one thing I hate is like, so like when we moved here and we were unpacking, right? I unpacked and then I was like, I had all this stuff I didn't want to unpack. I'm like, gosh darn it, why didn't I sell this? Why did I waste time packing this only to not unpack it? I should have been more choosy with what I was packing. But I was in kind of a rush. Had a lot of things going on. And it's all still in the storage in my basement, waiting for it to flood, I guess. Let's see. He isn't the sharpest tech. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine climbing down a sinkhole. Like, what if it closed? No. Let's see. Yeah, the heebie-jeebies. Sinkholes are creepy. It's the earth opening up just to swallow something and then be like, all right, later. Like, it's all sorts of wrong. What's funny is I used to work back in the day when I was a teenager at a geological company. And this was in California, and they were constantly dealing with like sinkholes and the houses just sliding off the mountain because they were built on sand. Oh my gosh. The things I saw, like the engineers would come back with pictures and I was like, oh my goodness gracious. Like there'd be a house just half sunken into the ground. And I'm like, yeah, no. And they're all walking around it like no big deal. Let's see. Ooh, you got a sink in your craft room. I'm jealous. I want a sink because like when I go to rinse out my watercolor brushes, I have to go use the kids' bathroom because that's up on the second floor with my art studio, and my kids are slobs. And even just going in there to like change my watercolor cup, I'm like, ugh. And then I get all mad and make them clean their bathroom. So I'm sure they don't enjoy it either. Let's see. It has all sorts of rocks and trees. Oh my gosh. There was a video of this sinkhole that opened, like, so it was a lake already. And there's like trees around the lake. And a sinkhole opened. And so you start seeing like the lake water just swirling and all these trees slowly just getting sucked into this whirlpool. And like the water level like stayed the same. I mean, it was freaky. I gotta remember, it was like on it's on YouTube. The channel's called Underworld and they show like the craziest things caught on camera. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, now I can't swim in a lake because a sinkhole might open in the lake and eat me. You're working on Apples by Christopher Lavelle. Ooh, what does that one look like? Is that from DAC? there's so many diamond paintings out there. I gotta be like choosy with what I buy, but then sometimes they'll have like those deals, where it's like buy one, get one 50% off. So you're like, well, all right. That's how they get you. Or double points weekend, and you're like, well, now I gotta order stuff to get points, which makes no sense, but they get me every time. A small bar sink, but still, I mean, that still works for a craft room. That'd be awesome. I'll have to look that one up on DAC. Christopher Lavelle does some really pretty ones. Oh gosh, who's my new favorite on Diamond Art Club? Crepola. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. I had just gotten a painting, not just, it was like a few months ago, but I'd gotten a painting and I was like, oh, the rendering on this is lovely. There was tons of ABs and now I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to find that one. I'm so grumpy that I'd taste sour and the earth would spit me out. I don't think it'll. That's awesome. Well, go to Shannon's house, jump down that sinkhole, and let's find out. Let's see. The problem with this painting, so like the glue on these canvases can like dry out, right? And so this thing has been opened since December. And I had this one itty bitty little section that was exposed a little too long. And now I know where it is every time because I'll hit it and it won't stick. And I'm like, ugh. Oh, you can hear the clicking sound. I was wondering if you guys could. I love this putty because it gives you that clicking sound. There has to be a bottom somewhere. I don't think there is a bottom. I think it just goes until you hit the core of the earth, and I guess that's the bottom. But last I checked, it's pretty hot down there. But yeah, no more sinkhole talk. I won't be able to sleep tonight. I'll be sitting there traumatized. But yeah, I like this putty. This one is, what is this one? Where is my putty? What scent is this one? This is lavender and lemonade. So I like the smell of this one. I forget what the other one was I just bought. One thing about her putties I've noticed is like they're not really overbearing. The scent is pretty light, and then it wears off like too. So it's not just constantly like all up in your nose, I guess. But there's another brand I tried, and their putty was just so strong smelling. It like actually made me nauseous. So I like hers, and I'm liking this wax that I just got of hers. It's lemon and basil scented, but it's really sticky. Let's see. My neighbor has cows. Cows are cute. Hey, my neighbor has cows too. High five. Yes, I like that subject change. Let's talk about cows. I don't know if they're cute though. At least my neighbors aren't. They're pretty much just covered in mud and big hot messes. And this one moos all day. Ugh. But they serve a purpose, right? If Mount Rainier blows, just remember me fondly. Sorry, that was funny. Yeah, Leslie, there are putties you can buy. This is Randa Crafty Corner. I'll link it in my description for you guys after the stream. But she sells like these scented putties is what I tried first, was the putties. And then I switched over to her whatchamacallit, her wax. And I like the wax too, because I was using the sticky dots for my single placer, but I was getting flustered with the sticky dots. So I wanted to try hers because she has a super, what is this called? Hard and sticky scented wax. So let's see. They do reaction to dive videos on Dive Talk. Well, I'll stay away from that one then. Do you mean like diving into underwater caves or something? Because if it's like the sport diving, I would like enjoy that. And underwater diving, I don't mind unless you're diving into a freaking black hole or something. My sister couldn't believe I ate hamburgers made from a cow I met and petted. So my husband's captain, right? He raises pigs on his farm, and he names his pigs after his coworkers. So like he'll send video updates to them and be like, "Hey," and like calling them by their name. And then he, obviously he has to put them down and put them to their purpose. But then he gives that person who was ever, the pig was named after, they get a little bit of the pork. But it's kind of funny because then it's like you're eating the pig that was named after you. It's like so weird. Let's see. I wonder if cows like some cows more than others. Oh, that's funny. Bye, Dawn. Oh yeah, underwater caves. Those are freaky. Like, or those people that do the super deep sea diving. Blah. I mean, I've done some diving because, I am from California. We surf and we dive, but I didn't ever do anything like crazy. And I definitely didn't go swimming with the sharks because that's just nuts. I don't play that game. Yeah, I don't think I could raise animals to eat either. A lot of our neighbors out here do. But I just couldn't. But I mean, sometimes I wish I could because goodness gracious, the cost of everything at the grocery store is making me rethink that. So I don't know, maybe I will start having some cows and pigs here soon. Because let's just say my ham for Easter was ridiculously priced, and I could have had that for free if I had a little piggy on my farm. But yeah, I just can't believe how expensive things are. And never make it to the table. This thing is like, yeah, these are like so nifty, but the grooves on these ones are a little off, so they make it constantly have to reshake my drills around. Oh, come on, putty. I can tell when my putty starts to need a change out because it's not holding. I don't know. Like with the price of groceries though, I'm like legit starting to think like I have a fear of birds. Yeah, birds freak me out. But I'm about to freaking get my own chicken coop because like eggs, ugh, for heck. And then cows, I could totally use like milking cows around here because my kids go through so much milk. Like I need something to give. But at the same time, I'm like, I really don't want to take care of all that or deal with the smell. There's just too much. Let's see. Raise meat rabbits. Huh. You know what? Our neighbor is doing that with her rabbits. I know, even bleach is expensive. Like, what the heck? It's bleach. For Pete's sake, I used to buy a gallon of bleach for like $1. And now, like, anytime I say that, I kind of get like flashbacks to where I'd be like, I remember when I could fill up my gas tank with a $20 bill. Does anyone else like get that? They're like, oh crap, I've become that person. Let's see. Mini goats for milk. Our neighbor has the goats and they're using them for milk. We're gonna get goats, but I want the fainting goats. Because yeah, it's just how I roll. Plus, I had my share of goat milk in culinary school, and I don't want to do that again. I'm not a goat milk gal. I'm not even like a cow's milk person though. Like I don't even drink milk in general, so that's probably part of it. I ain't eating Thumper. Oh, Thumper. That's really funny you say that because one of the bunnies next door is named Thumper, and yeah, so that made me laugh even more. I think we named a bunny Thumper as a kids. Yeah, we could work in the neighborhood and like do different animals, but a lot of us are gonna do like we're gonna do gardens and orchards, when the snow stops, in our back pasture, because I still am going to be building that big dog facility back there, and so we'll have like a little garden area and whatnot. But I don't need more animals in my life. I've got huskies, and I'll be having dogs that we're training. So yeah, the goats that we'll have are going to help maintain the pasture back there, pretty much, just because it's a freaking crazy forest if you don't get on it. I do think the putty is better than the wax. However, I only use the putty in the multi-placer tool. And then like this is wax right here for my single placer, but it's like a hard wax. Like, so it's not like the soft red wax you get with the kits where it's like, how your ABs will stick to that soft red wax. They don't stick to this one or my putties. So that's why I like them. And they last longer. Like, I mean, I've probably changed out my placer's putty like 5 times through this whole diamond painting. So I do like them a lot more. Yeah, the fainting goats are a trip. Well, we have some down the street, and it's hilarious. I can't remember what gas was when I was like first driving, but like I know I could fill up my tank for $10. So it had to have been cheap. But I mean I was driving a tinky like little sedan, but still. I know it was like I could go in because I didn't have a debit card back then because debit cards weren't like something you had. So I remember I would give the cashier a $10 bill and that would fill a gas tank. So I do recall that with my first car. So I don't know what that would make it out to because I have no idea what the gas tank held. But let's see. We have chickens for eggs. Yeah, like one of our neighbors seriously has like the whole farm going. She's got the goats for milk. She's got chickens. She's got bunnies. And like they have an overabundance of eggs right now. So they're like just always, saying, anyone want free eggs? And I'm like, let me pay you for them. I mean, she's like they're expensive in the store, but like these are farm fresh eggs, so they're way better. I'll pay you for those. Hi, Marilyn. Let's see. I was watching a Court YouTube TV and someone was getting government support and was paying $38 a month for rent. What? That's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, $1,200 for a room sounds about right. When I was back when I still lived in California, I think I was 18. I rented a room. And just the room, it was a shared bathroom, shared kitchen. I was just getting a room to myself. The only cool thing was the room had an entrance from the outside of the house, so I didn't have to walk through the house. But that was like $1,800 a month. And we're talking, that was over 20 years ago. So I can't even imagine what it would be now. Even back then, I was like, oh. But when I moved to Utah and I could rent like a 3-bedroom apartment for half that, I was like, oh, heck yeah. I'm living here. Let's see. Does anyone remember when people had to get gas on an odd and even thing? What is that? I don't remember. Like, I remember hearing about it from back in the day, but I didn't experience it personally. Was that because there was a gas shortage, though? Is that why they did that? Surprised they didn't do that like during COVID and crap. They should have done that for toilet paper. If your driver's license ends with these numbers, you can buy toilet paper on Mondays. Because for freak, I could not get toilet paper. 1980s. Oh, I was a young one in the 80s, so I definitely don't recall it, but I remember hearing about it from like my mom. This. Oh my goodness, I can hear my kids rumbling around, which means they're not cleaning. That's guaranteed. Problems with OPEC. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, in the 80s, I was born in the 80s. I'm an 80s child. So funny. Like my son the other day asked what year I was born, and I told him, and he was like, "Gosh, you're old." Watch it. Just because you're born in 20-something doesn't mean I'm ancient, okay? Thanks. And also, I am your mother. Jeez. Oh, that was back when, that's right. I remember, well, I don't remember that personally, but I remember learning about that in school. One of the many fights over gas. Swear. We literally go to war over gas. I think I'm going to do this one now. You probably graduated high school before I was born. Well, maybe. I mean, I was born in the 80s, so I was born in 84. But I feel old. I know I'm not old, but I feel old. Let's see. Have to wait in line around the corner. Oh, that would suck. Especially because cars back then, no air conditioning. You were literally waiting in the heat. Well, now we don't have a gas shortage. We just have a outrageously priced gas. Like every time I fill my gas tank, I cringe because I'm like, well, I guess I'm not getting anything this week. Buying less groceries this week. Had to fill my gas tank. Sorry, kids. Started high school in 84. 16 and 84. Ooh. You graduated in 81. Yep, then you did graduate before I was born. Let's see. Your oldest was telling you about a documentary they watched in school. That was in 1993. I love it when kids are like, oh my gosh, those things from the 90s are so old. And you're like, I'm from the 90s. Like, I lived through those. Let's talk 1800s, okay? That's old. Let's see. Born in 93. Oh, you still a baby. In your 30s. I'm still in my 30s. Well, I'm on the last leg of my 30s. Won't be able to say that next year. It's all right, though. Once you have, so many kids, you're like, well, I'm already like 50. 50 at heart, I feel. Don't get me wrong, I love my kids, but Won't say what year you graduated. See, I throw people off because I graduated high school 2 years early. So like even my graduating class, I never went to reunions or anything because I don't know any of those people. Like, so I'm like, And all my friends will be like, "Are you going to the reunion?" I'm like, "No, because I didn't graduate with you guys." But I don't know. I didn't really like high school as a kid. That's why I graduated early because it's like, I'm kind of over this place. They need classic cars from 1993. Ah. Oh my gosh. I think I had a Honda that was like from that's not a classic car. Oh, for Pete's. Wow. If 93 is now considered a classic, dang. We have a neighbor that restores old Jeeps and like he's got some really old ones and it's crazy to see what he does with them. And it's just a hobby. He like restores them and then sells them super cheap because he's not in it for the money. He's literally just doing it for fun. Oh, you've been to reunions for other classes? I almost went as a guest with one of my friends to the reunion that would have been for my class with the people I actually knew, but I had already moved to Utah and I just didn't feel like making the drive. I was like, I don't feel like driving 11 hours to see these people that I purposely graduated early to avoid. Seems kind of counterproductive. Bye, Christina. Your daughter graduated before most of you. Well, that's okay though. Any car over 20 years is considered a classic. Huh. Well, then I think, no, is our truck? We have a ranch truck, but I don't think it's 20 years old yet. It's got to be close though. It's not. But I mean, heck, in 93, you had like cars weren't that bad. But I don't know. I still think of a classic car as like, like classic, made out of steel and not plastic and all the crap they make the cars with now. Like, I'm thinking like legit classics, I guess. Like the cute little Shelby Mustangs and all those things. I'm a classic. That's awesome. Oh, I need 4. 4 for here. Oh man, diamond painting. Like it's so fun to like watch it come together. But like while you're like nose to nose with it where I am right now, you don't like see it. But like if I look on my computer screen where my camera's further away, I'm like, oh, hey, it looks pretty nice. But like right here where I'm looking, I'm like, this just looks like nothing. That's the one thing I hate about diamond painting. You like have to step away from it to like go, oh, I've made some progress. It actually looks pretty. Because yeah, when you're like right in its face, you're like, yep, nope, I'm not really feeling this. Bye, Vicky. PJB, you're an antique. Hey, antiques are treasured, so keep that in mind. Don't you forget that. Do I have any of them? Oh, I have some over here. Got little... See, now we're getting into the colors for the books here, so have a lot of blues. Because this kit came with a ton of blues, which were like up here in her wings and whatnot, but then a bunch are in the books. Do I need this color in here? I do. I'm serious. Antiques are treasured. So never think of yourself as old. Think of yourself as a treasure. Dang it. I picked them up on the wrong side. Your mother was the last class of a school. Like, you mean before it closed or something? My son is going to be the first class to go and graduate, like the whole round of high school at that hideous thing they're building across the street. I swear, the more cinder block they put up, the more I'm gagging. Like, can we at least paint it so it doesn't just look like a wall of cinder block? Because that's literally all I see right now. I'm just like, ugh. And my art room and my office all face that stupid view now. And I want to move rooms, but then they don't have the good light. Oh, it was absorbed into another school. Gosh, they don't even have, like, out here, we don't have private schools or like the Catholic schools. We have charter schools, but that's it. And the charter schools are all like, you know, those specialties. Like, one will be specialized in the arts. But I'm always curious when kids go to the charter schools. I'm like, well, how do you know your kid wants to like specialize in science or math or anything like that? I just kind of find it weird that they like they go crazy with the education in that like category. Your son is in a charter school? Yeah, we have that's all they've got out here, like that, because we don't do private schools, and it's just, I don't know, they seem kind of odd to me. Yeah, my view is now a school. One of these days I need to take a picture of it though, because like, so they started building it. So like right now I'm in the center of the window in front of me, right? When they started building it, most of it was like over here. So I'm like, hey, that's not bad. Like I still got a view here. No, it's all the way over here. Like, it's expanded. It's just one big ugly monster. And like right now they're doing the steel structure part on one end. So it's just a big ugly thing of steel. Like, what is this? Like, it needs to be built faster, because every time I look out my window, I'm like, ugh. At this point, I'd rather see the blizzard. But supposedly they're going to make it all pretty with trees and stuff, and I'm going to put trees in my mow strip that'll be nice and high enough so I look at my trees more than anything else. That's my goal. And we were supposed to plant them this month, but we can't because, well, it's snowing. But the good news is once the snow is finally done, the ground will be super soft, so it'll be really easy to plant those trees. In fact, I'll barely have to dig. I could probably just like sink it in there at that point. Let's see. Has regular classes, but you can do the arts conservatory. Yeah, that's kind of how like the charter ones are out here. But like each charter school has its own specialty. Like, so like the one down the street that my son's friend goes to, they're strictly like arts. So they, you know, have extra for arts, but not, if you're more science leaning, you have to go to a different charter school to get that. I don't know if yours does it that way. I just find it odd. No, it won't be ready this fall. It'll be ready next fall. So I have to watch this nasty thing being built for another year. Because it'll open, excuse me, for the 2024/2025 school year. The thing that's really ticking us off right now, though, is like all the workers that are, you know, working on building it, instead of using the parking lot that the construction company built for them on the grounds, they've decided to just start parking on our street. But they're like blocking our mailboxes. Some are rude enough to even block our driveways. And I'm like, what are you doing there, man? Like, you're literally blocking my driveway. Like, pretty sure, no. My one neighbor, she got so ticked because she went to pull out of her garage and her driveway was blocked by this guy's car. So she just sat there with her hand on the horn. And I was like, oh my gosh. It is incredibly rude. I'm just like flabbergasted every time they like pull right in front of my mailbox too, because I'm like, hey, like one, my mail lady's lazy. She's not gonna get up off her butt and go put the mail in that box. And two, it's actually illegal to block a mailbox. So yeah, we went. There was one period where they were parking out here a bunch, and a lot of us didn't get mail for like a week. And we had to get a hold of the construction company and then their subcontracting company that was in charge of all these people. It was like a whole thing just to get them to quit parking in front of our house, like our houses. But I mean, my thought was just like, okay, dude, if they were doing construction on your street, would you want someone to just like waltz up and block your driveway or your mailbox? Like, come on, like, where's common courtesy? It's kind of how I feel. Like, even when I go to someone's house, I purposely like make sure I'm not like blocking and even a person's like window view. I'll park around the corner if I have to. I take it a little extreme, I guess, but I don't know. I was just kind of shocked when they started blocking mailboxes. I'm like, I need my mail. Especially with my mail lady, because she doesn't care if I get it or not. So, like, I set up my business license for the boarding facility here and the rescue or Husky Rescue. And I was waiting for some documents to come. And I knew they were coming because USPS sends me a little thing in my email saying it's coming. And yeah, they didn't come because my mailboxes were blocked by the guys working on this school across the street. So I had to wait a few days to get my paperwork. I was like, because that was holding me up from getting a kennel license until I had the paperwork in my hands. But it is what it is. I only have another year and a half to go until they're done. Yeah, so the rule out here is because we're in a rural area, the mail person has to get out of the car and put mail. Now, if it's like letters and such, they can skip, but like packages, they have to put on your porch. But my mail lady, she'll actually shove packages into our mailbox because she refuses to ever get out. And she's damaged books and other things. Like, I have pictures like that I've sent to the post office of how it's just shoved into the box, and I had to actually like use a box cutter and cut it out. And so she's broken our mailbox. It's hanging on by a screw because she won't even drop a package at your porch. But yes, they don't have to get out and drop, to deliver your letters, but they do for your packages, and she won't even do that. If it can't be shoved in your mailbox, she just like avoids it at all costs. It's really frustrating. Yeah, we're gonna get a no parking zone across like our whole front so that we don't get people parking, like students and whatnot, in front of our houses, just because of that reason. But out here in Utah, they don't make students pay for parking, so you have to get a permit from the school, but you don't pay for it. It's just part of your like to prove your vehicle should be on campus, I guess. I don't know. But that said, we're still going to have a no parking zone put up in front of our house. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, they should get out, but yeah, my mail lady, like I said, avoids getting out at all costs. She like legit If it's snowing, you're guaranteed to not get any package that is being delivered by her because she won't get out and walk the whopping 20 feet in the snow to my front porch. Or if she does, she's really kind and just throws it from halfway onto my porch. I hope you caught the sarcasm with the kind. Because I've watched her do it because my office is right there. And one time I opened my door and I'm like, that could have been breakable. And she just walked away. It's like, okay. I'm just kind of like, wow. Is what it is, though, I guess. I've complained. We've all complained. And she's still working. So, yeah, I got some books from Etsy a while back that got damaged in the post office or in my mailbox because of how she shoved them in there. So I had to file a claim to get them replaced because she damaged them. The spiral binding was ruined. The pages were torn. I mean, it's because she just shoved it in there. Yeah, like, you mean the mailbox full of snow or in front of it? I mean, she leaves our mailbox open so snow goes in with the mail when she does drop it in there, which I'm like, can't we close this? My letters are always wet. So I'm like, great. Luckily, nothing's been like ruined, but like my son grabbed the mail today and it was all just like soggy and ew. The work ethic. Sometimes I want to go deliver mail just so I can like get some steps in. I'd be that one that's like walking the mail route. We had a mail lady like that at our old house, and I was like, man, she's got to do like so many steps a day. Okay. Oh my gosh, these plus signs are blending in with the other color that's right next to it. There's like a little plus sign green and then this little in symbol green, but they are really close to one another. So I'm like, oh, I have to make sure I don't accidentally cover one up because I hate when that happens. I hate having to pick them up off the canvas with the tweezers. Like, because of my nails and whatnot, that just makes it worse. Yeah, so out here, our boxes are along the road. At my old house, they were all clumped like in a community box thing. So that was nice. It was easier. But my house before that, the mailboxes were actually at your front door. So that mail lady like had to get out because, well, that's where all the boxes were. But those houses were built back in, I think it was like the 50s. So yeah, like that was just how they did it back then. But I always got my mail from that one. And she had to walk her route because it was just faster. All right, PJB. See you later. There was a couple people, at least, that said they were working on diamond paintings. But yeah, I think a few others were working on just coloring pages and hanging out and listening. But there are a few. Yes, Tina is working on one. And then I think there's been a few too that have left though. But I think what I'm gonna do, because my back is starting to, like I almost need to like pop my neck. I think I'm gonna call it a night because we're at close to the 2 hours mark anyway. But I'm getting there. Like I just have these sections to go. But oh my gosh, like. So even sitting here, chatting with you guys for 2 hours and just still working on this, like you can see how slow it goes, but that's how it is. But yeah, so next Tuesday, I'm going to work on getting the schedule out by hopefully this Friday so everyone knows. And I'm going to do the schedule and show like what will be every community hangout. And then, like I said, the community hangout will be a lot of fun because other YouTubers can actually jump in and stream with me. So they'll jump in my StreamYard and they can stream on my channel with me and work on the same project. So it'll be kind of like always similar to a buddy color, but not, because we'll have just themes working on the same theme. So yeah, I'm going to get that together, and then that way I can give people better notice. But today I just went with diamond painting because I need to get this flipping thing off my desk. It's been here since December. So good night, Brooke. Yep, I'm going to log off because it's 7 o'clock and close to my bedtime. So thanks everyone for hanging out, and I will catch you guys another time. So bye.